maybe Lucasfilm might actually, I don't know, learn something and stop losing the few remaining fans that they have. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube harpy. Got so much news that dropped out of, what is it, C2E2? The one in Chicago that's going on right now, the convention. And they released a little novelization of Rise of Skywalker, as they do, needing to fill in all the plot holes. Oh, I already ranted about that one. Check out that video. That one dropped last night. Filling in all the plot holes that the movie wasn't equipped to fill. Charging us additional DLC to finish the story. I've got that rant already. This one is kind of fascinating, though. Now, people are getting a little upset. And you know what people, the type of people who are really, really rooting for Rey and Kylo to kind of do the giggity because that's more important than Star Wars now.
You can't stop me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
And that's cute and adorable, but now they're telling you, so if you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video, but we're spoiling a movie that was DOA anyway. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker brought an end to the Skywalker saga. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. If you saw the whiteboard, which I also did a video on, it says, no, we need an actual ending this time. So no, it really didn't. It gave them okay, well, it's good enough for the theater. Let's get this out there and be done with it already so that we can just wrap it up in the novelization. We'll just shove it off to somebody else. Bringing the conclusion to a number of characters' journeys while the early release of the film's novelization. Oh, we're going to get into the authors too. This is a lot of stuff to cover this video because... Oh, just get to it. I'm excited. I didn't know which thing to lead with. Oh, but there's a lot more to this than just they're pissing off the Reylos. They're going after everybody. It's like, okay, don't lose the few customers you have left, Lucasfilm, Disney. Oh, I mean, at least we have Baby Yoda, right?
You can do the magic hand thing. Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
Oh,
I'm out of ideas.
he's so cute. I love Baby Yoda. The film's novelization confirms the unspoken words that Ben Solo shared with Rey in his final moment before passing. The pair's final encounter was already emotional enough. Oh yeah, it is. Standing up to and defeating, well, that's oddly worded, Emperor Palpatine, Rey's death, her resurrection at the hands of Ben, and a passionate kiss. Oh, was it? Because they just can't satisfy anyone, because so no matter what they do... They're just, any little retcon is just going to irritate somebody who actually gave a crap about, the whole Rey and Kylo thing. The pair's final encounter was already emotional enough. And Ben's ultimate sacrifice, with these final words having even more power to the moment. So here's in the novel. Plug your ears if you don't want to hear this part. A voice came to her through the Force, clear and strong. I will always be with you. Actually, he says, I will always be with you, Rey. Ben said. She smiled, let the truth wash over her. No one's ever really gone, she whispered. Not only does this final message make the sequence even more emotional than what audiences had already witnessed, but it had come with a potentially exciting revelation for the fans. No, it really didn't. And not only that, they're actually pretty upset about it. So since this movie was so good and we have to fill in all these blanks in our heads with our headcanon, some people were thinking that Ben's absence at the very end of the movie meant that his turn to the light side had come too late. And a lot of people were really, really upset by that. And you remember this audio clip? Well, this is a little longer version of that same scene that you guys haven't heard yet, but this is still, the people screaming how much they love Star Wars.
Please no. Please no. Where's Ben? Where the fuck is Ben?
So that's when he's not standing out there at the very tail end of the movie where you see Luke and Leia as a Force ghost. Yeah, where's Ben? Well, where is Ben? He should have been there, shouldn't have he? Instead, it would appear that despite not appearing as a Force ghost, he isn't as dead as some fans might have thought. While we shouldn't expect him to see him again in any physical form. Okay, so then why wasn't he a Force ghost? That's just one more plot hole. The other thing that's really upsetting people, now shout out to and I didn't, magic. Boom, there we go. Our keister over there. So apparently the novelization of Rise of Skywalker describes the kiss scene. This is the other thing that they're really upset by, and the media hasn't picked up on yet. The kiss between Rey and Kylo is a kiss of gratitude, and the Reylos are mad. Now, this other audio clip that I've been showing is when they yell and love how much they... Here's the kiss. I was trying not to talk over it here. Oh, did you? Oh, did you now? Oh, did you? No, you didn't win. So that was the one thing that they thought they had a victory on until the very end, when Ben was not there as a Force ghost after he died, and then she died, and then, who knows.
You can't stop me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
But the funny thing is, they're so mad over this because, yeah, a kiss of gratitude. It's written as a kiss of gratitude now. How can y'all say we're all good with this? I'd rather jump at this very moment from a fucking dirt floor of a mall than give DLF, Disney Lucasfilm, the last bits of money I have. So one user says this. There's a lot of, oh, these are fun. How can you write about a kiss of gratitude at the same time and then mention the oneness and part of her was missing? That was a kiss of pure love. Oh, kiss of gratitude, my backside. Kiss of acknowledgement, my ass. Shame on you, shame on you. Some people are really, really bad. What do you mean, kiss of gratitude? Oh, I could never win. Yeah, and that's pretty much the same mentality that a lot of these people had once they realized the ending of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker here, too.
Rey Skywalker.
Yeah, so that's the type of fan that is really, really getting all up in arms over this one, because remember when we were all called a bunch of, toxic man-babyists and phobes and everything else when we said, hey, Last Jedi kind of broke Luke Skywalker, kind of broke the movie, and you know what? It did. In the fact that they went out of their way to hire the one person, J.J. Abrams, who has never finished anything, to finish a 40-year saga. That was smart. That was really smart. But you know what else is smart? When they hire people like this person. This person here, Star Wars, the High Republic, and all of those type of people. My new favorite argument is Star Wars has betrayed me, a true fan. Ooh, by having characters that don't look like me, so I will leave the fandom to those fakes who, checks notes, have always been fans, even though no one looked like them. All right, so... And then he's got a whole huge thread. We never even at or interact with these people. I probably shouldn't have. But you know what? I kept it to my thread instead of theirs. And I figure, well, they're just going to block me anyway because they don't want my money. They certainly don't want my money. And I don't think they want your money either, or the Reylos money for that matter, if you really think about it, because they're upset with those people as well. So maybe don't annoy the last few customers you have left. So of course I respond, very well, I won't buy your product. You save me the money I'd spend out of curiosity. Nice to know that there's no reason to try newer Star Wars since the creators are so toxic. And he has this whole thread here. Some of the other day was in our mention saying that Star Wars has always been diverse. I just don't see alien creatures as human, which, well, yes, I admit it. No. See, that's the thing. And to force, here's one thing I always like to say. These people who want to go around being so woke and in the butt of diversity, up the butt of diversity, as I should put it, don't realize that, to insert a stereotypical, like, let's just say Asian character, like a Rose Tico or something, into Star Wars, is making it more ist than had you just not tried to play up all of that stuff, had you not hid, because that's what they're doing. They hide behind this. They are hiding from criticism by saying, oh, you just don't like, you know, this ethnic group of people. And I say, well, maybe we're talking about a space alien thing, and I'm not upset with how her character looks on the outside, and more what you're using this character for. You're using this character to hide and shield yourself from criticism of the film. My criticism with the character is that she was kind of pointless and a little bit ADHD. She was a little bit all over the place in her motivation. Back how the series evolved in its treatment of non-human sentient species. The Empire stays pretty solidly human, are they? It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Can they be considered human? How many? And he continues. Anyway, these cats are leaving cats? Like kitty cats? No, are leaving 1-star reviews on Star Wars books that haven't even gotten to our editors yet, not to mention been released to the public. So if you love a Star Wars author or any other, please drop a review. All right, so that's fine. Don't review a book, obviously, before it's out, unless you actually have a copy and are upset with it, and you got one of the advanced copies at C2E2 this weekend. I think it's C2E2. Whatever one is in Chicago this weekend. Shout out to Lord Carnor Jax, who points out, and I missed this one, so we're adding this in later. He points out that in this author's thread, obviously we don't ever want to bother these people. We can let these people have their own little opinions and laugh at them behind their backs. But he points out that in his thread, later on, he talks about people giving 1-star reviews for a book that haven't been released yet. Which is impossible, but there's plenty of 1-star reviews for his previous book, the top-rated review on Amazon. Well, now, of course, what type of books does Daniel Jose Older write? He writes a lot of very diverse, very science fiction. Ooh, space dinosaurs. Oh, we got the space dinosaurs. Of course we do. We've got those. Let's look at his reviews for his book. And you know what? This is real. This is absolutely real. We'll just skim through the positive one real quick too. I better be fair. You don't want me not being fair. So we can see the top positive. It's a pretty even split actually. You can see 46% gave it a 5-star review, and everybody else are kind of like So 15% for the 1-star, 2 stars, 9%, pretty evenly split. So here we go, just a little bit of the positive. They say it's pretty evenly divided between Han and Lando. This story takes place across 3 periods of time. Well, more than that, but mainly 3. Oh, so it already sounds like an ADHD mess, just like Rise of Skywalker, doesn't it? We see young Lando and Han separately crossing paths with a particular device about 5 years apart from each other. Obviously, spoilers on a book that nobody cares about here. So this person seemed to like it. I don't really care that much. I want to see what the 1-star reviews are, because maybe he's a little butthurt on some of the 1-star reviews. Now let's get into the 1-star reviews, the negative reviews, the critical reviews, as it were. Lorex gives the book 1 star out of 5. Wow, but not in a good way. They bought it on Kindle. It's a verified purchase. Oh man, this hurts. I'm going to try and explain without major spoilers, but if you're worried about that, you are deluding yourself into thinking that this is a book worth spoiling. Whoa, that's a harsh opening. And before I start getting bashed as a hater or a fanboy who hates Disney, let me tell you, I love what Disney has been doing. Love The Last Jedi. Love the idea of spin-offs. Man, I even love the first Aftermath book. I have consumed every bit of Star Wars. I've purchased every single Legend book ever published. And I never thought I'd come across something I hated until this book. This book just isn't Star Wars. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. Some people were so put off with the Aftermath books, but I can deal with their weird writing styles. Now, if you guys don't remember, those were the Chuck Wendig books, but I could deal with weird writing styles, but this book just didn't know what it wanted to be. Is it written in a juvenile prose? Calf, ass whooping, etc. Everything is way over the top. The author overused the concept of flashbacks. Literally. Every single chapter flipped across 3 different timelines is jarring. It takes you out of the story. That was the problem with the Harley Quinn movie as well. Character development was abysmal. can't even say it existed. They introduced a human character who has non-binary gender identity, which, okay, if you're going to try and add that into universe and branch away from traditional character archetypes, at least give us a background for them so we actually care. It just comes off as, hey, look at me, I'm woke too, guys. Lando's love interest, no background, no character development aside from, hey, I'm here, and I've liked Lando for years. Don't even get me started on an Ewok slicer, oh no. Okay, yeah, right. A civilization who use sticks and rocks for weapons and thinks a droid is a god is somehow capable of slicing into a complex galactic government databases. Oh, slicer, like a hacker, that's what he's talking about. Oh, and there's a Gungan. There's a Gungan. And the Gungan, a wasted opportunity, just felt like the author made a poor attempt to right George Lucas's wrongs by fixing the Gungans, making one talk normal. Oh, but like another reviewer stated, Gungans equal proud race, don't need fixing. The only thing the author accomplished was managed to make Han Solo come off as an ist D-bag. Not cool, man. I could complain for days. It's that bad. I've never written an online review for anything in my life. Well, see, this is how we feel about Star Trek.
I like science.
So we're going through the same thing, too. So I completely sympathize. The other thing I've noticed, though, that's kind of hilarious is this other blue check mark Star Wars author. Author of Star Wars Women of the Galaxy contributes to StarWars.com. Here, and we gotta do the Valley Girl voice. I have no idea what she sounds like. What if people didn't harass Star Wars authors? Wouldn't that be neat? Angry face. All right. Time out, sweetie. Wouldn't it be neat if Star Wars stopped hiring people who hate potential customers? Because you know what? You're only going to pollute the little bit of just indifference that I had to this. Because see, now I am actively against this property. At first I was just laughing. It's like, oh, okay, it's a bunch of little college students going around saying how diverse everything needs to be, forgetting the fact that everything's diverse except their own damn writer's room. First, we got a shout out to Mr. Roboto. I don't know you. Are you Fandom Menace? You're Fandom Menace. He follows me. So hey, shout out to you. Thank you so much for finding this stuff. What if people didn't make nasty remarks about white males? Wouldn't that be neat? And she's going on about the 12th Doctor. Doctor Who stuff. Oh, lovely. She's a Doctor Who sympathizer, apparently, as well. Here we go. I really hope it's a lady, but realistically, I just don't want it to be a super young white dude. I'm like, I am kind of thinking that maybe they don't realize how ist it is, that it's like just a meme to these people. They don't understand that the white dude thing.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
That whole anti-white dude thing. It's just a little thing that got leaked into the like the Nickelback thing. Because when you actually listen to Nickelback, they're not good, but they're not that bad either. They're not nearly as bad for my taste anyway as something like Rihanna. But then again, I can sit here and listen to Daisy Ridley on loop, so.
You can't stop me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
Amy Ratcliffe goes on. And in the case of a film like Wonder Woman, maybe let someone other than a white dude review it. Oh, okay, I will. But am I the wrong shade for you? Because do you hate white people or do you hate males? Do you hate dudes? Or do you just hate the combination of a white dude? Like, what if it's like a black dude? What if it's, a mixed race dude? Would you let him review it? Maybe they just think it's a meme and they're not quite, they're not quite self-aware yet because we have a lot of these grown teenagers going around doing this stuff. Another one. Led by a white dude. No thanks. If this is true, it's another dude directing Star Wars. Come on. All right. Maybe the woman in charge of Star Wars is the problem. Maybe the 60-year-old white lady is the one who actually keeps hiring all these horrible directors. Maybe it's on her. Keep going on with your little white male rage crap and lose the few customers you have remaining. Lucasfilm, Star Wars. I am MechaRandom42, and I'll see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!